Boys, we have officially hit 20,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for helping me reach my goal. I was aiming to hit that goal by the end of the year, but we managed to hit it by October, so yippee. As promised, I said I'd make a Q&A video to celebrate, so let's jump into it. Falcon Earrings says, do you remember the first Minecraft YouTuber you ever watched? If so, who was it? I do. It was Captain Sparkles with his Minecraft survival series. I think the first one he ever did. The one where he had the big tree and he had the slime named Jerry. That one, I'll put it up on screen, but that one was my very first Minecraft YouTube series that I can remember watching. IceCats3 says, hi Tibby, your art is really cool. Thank you. Just wondering how you got your start on YouTube. Have a nice day. Thank you. Got my start on YouTube. That's a bit of a tricky one to answer because I've actually been doing YouTube for I think maybe 10 years now. In 2013 or 2014, I don't remember, that was when I first started uploading animations to YouTube. I don't know, it was always just kind of something that I was drawn to. I always really liked using my art to entertain. Ever since I was a kid, I remember I was really into Club Penguin when I was very young, and I would fill up notebooks with like Club Penguin comics that I didn't show it to anyone because I was like 8, but I just liked making comics, making like funny, telling stories, making characters, plots, stuff like that. I also had a DS as a kid, and I would make flip notes on there as well, at first just for me, and then they introduced a social media sort of platform called Flipnote Hatena where you could share the animations online. So I also started making content there where I would also make these like animated series, and then by the time like Minecraft YouTube was sort of blowing up and like animations were becoming more popular to upload, I just sort of naturally started doing that too. It's kind of always been a thing that I was drawn to, I would say. I'd never really had a moment where I was like, oh, I'm gonna do YouTube now. Like, it's always been a thing, kind of. Nerd Pearl says, would you jump for the beef? Yes, I would jump for the beef. And dare I say, I would make it. I mean, I did get top 20 in Parkour Warrior in MCC after all, because I got 20th place in Parkour Warrior. So I can hold my own at parkour. I would get the beef and I would eat it. Olive in a Box asks, how did you learn how to draw? Are you self-taught? Yes, I am self-taught. Similar to the YouTube thing, art is something I always kind of just did. Like, literally as young as I can remember, I was always doodling and drawing, like making my own characters and stuff like that. Growing up, I watched a lot of cartoons, both new and old cartoons. There was this channel I watched a lot called Boomerang that aired a lot of like the older cartoons. So I think teaching myself to draw as a kid involved a lot of like studying these character designs, what works, what didn't work. I actually went on to minor in art history in school with a focus on the history of comics and animation. So yeah, I just was really drawn to cartoons and character designs, and that's a lot of how I taught myself to draw and sort of develop my own style, I think. Delphic Canvas 67 asks, did you watch Dream SMP? If so, who did you watch? I really didn't. I vaguely caught maybe like 2 or 3 techno streams for the first season, but that's kind of it. I had a hard time keeping up with Dream SMP. Stream content I have a hard time keeping up with. I'm more of a YouTube video guy. Moth Duty asks, what is your favorite color if you have one, either to draw with or to own stuff like clothes with? Favorite color would be teal, but clothes I have mostly like black and dark neutral colors. Emerald Whale asks, why are you so cool? And my friend. Riddle me that one, Minecraft boy. I am your friend because you are also cool, and you are my friend. We met at the Will Wood concert, which was cool. That's where the cool people go. Eighth Beans asks, happy 20k Tibby. My question is, what is one thing you really want to do / achieve as a creator? I mean, there's a few sort of like goals I could set for myself. Honestly, right now, there's not much I can think of just because I'm already kind of living my dream of like, I get to do cool animations that people watch, and I get to make cool Minecraft videos on an SMP that people watch, and honestly, that's more than I could ever ask for. One thing I would love to do one day is I would love to draw a thumbnail for a YouTube video for a larger content creator. Ophelia Florence asks, what is your favorite part of your art process? Gotta be the line art or the sketching. I really like playing around with like movement and expression in my art, so I'm very big on like sketching out those dynamic, expressive poses. Also lining them, I enjoy playing with like the line weight of things, and I like making very crisp, very clean lines, and then coloring, shading, but line art, sketching, that's where it's at.
Space Lemon asks, how did you get into Minecraft? More specifically, the Hermitcraft / Life series side of it.
I mean, Minecraft in general, like I said, I started watching Minecraft YouTube at a very young age. I watched Captain Sparkles. Hermitcraft, I think I found in 2019. I just happened to get a recommended video. I think it was Azuma's channel, actually. But I very soon found Grian. This was during season 6, so the season that Grian joined. And I watched Grian's season 6. So I just was watching Grian's season 6, and he announced a cool new series called Third Life, and I watched Third Life as it came out, and Last Life 2, and then by the time Double Life came out was when I think the fandom really started to like grow. So I had casually been watching the Hermitcraft Life series stuff while being a part of other fandoms, I suppose, but Double Life really hit it off, and the popularity kind of exploded, and that's when I really got drawn into it because I saw how much creative stuff was going into the fandom and I really wanted to be a part of it, and now I'm here. Crimson Arts 111 asks, what is your favorite Life series alliance? Definitely would have to be the Clockers. Love the Clockers. Made a whole video of compilation of Clocker Scar best moments. Desert Duo is also really good, but that's kind of a basic answer. But Third Life, Desert Duo, very good. I think in general, Limited Life still has my favorite set of alliances just because I feel like there was no weak alliance. Like everyone had something interesting going on. I really enjoyed all of the alliances in Limited Life. Ellie Share J7I says, congrats, favorite species of bird, and what season was that cannibalism thing with convex in? Help me, you've got me interested in convex. Favorite species of bird has gotta be the great blue heron. Love that guy. Can't get enough of that guy. Respect what he does. Cannibalism with convex, that would be season 5. I don't remember the episode numbers off the top of my head, but it was the episode where they go to build the Vex shop. It's like a shop with a big Vex head, and that's where they walk into the mouth of the Vex and they joke about the cannibalism. Go watch the convex shenanigans in season 5 and season 6. They're good. Iconic Anemone asks, favorite pizza toppings? Honestly, plain pizza, extra cheese is usually what I would go for. Although I do also enjoy, I don't know if this is a local thing, but pizza with penne alla vodka on top of it is really good, and I like that. Phil asks, buy me the Fortnite skin. You don't even play Fortnite. I never even hear about you playing Fortnite. No, stop asking me this. Artsy Book asks, what's one of your favorite aspects of your art? I really like how my expressions come out, just because when you're an artist, when you go into making a piece, I feel like a lot of the times you have an idea going into it of what you want the final product to look like, and sometimes things might not look exactly how you imagine them in your head. But expressions for me is one of those things that if I have the vibe, I can very clearly imagine it in my head. So it's one of those things where I can bring the vision to light quite easily, and they're very fun to draw. I also really like coming up with designs for characters. I think I'm kind of drawn to media where you can kind of make your own designs for characters. Like, you know, Minecraft is so fun for making character designs because the source material is just the cubes, and sometimes you have a face to go with those cubes. So when I come up with designs for those characters, I like to try and incorporate both aspects of their skin and maybe aspects of their IRL selves as well, to kind of have them resemble both the skin and the real life person. So that's pretty fun. Cactus Prisms asks, what are your opinions on sports? What's your favorite color other than teal? Sports, I don't know anything. Sorry. Favorite color other than teal? I would say either black or hot pink. Like so hot pink that it's almost red, but not quite. Anon says, is there a story behind your Sona? Maybe some design elements you'd like to talk about? My Sona is pretty much just based on me. I don't like making my Sona look too different from how I look in real life because I feel like I'm cheating. Within the past year or so, I've updated him a little bit and given him more of those like Minecraft Vex traits because I like the Vex, it's a cool mob. The horns have always kind of been a thing for years. My Sona has always had those horns, so I just made the horns blue. The light blue hair streak, I got that inspiration from B. Applestruda because she has a Vex Good Times with Scar design that she draws where the more unhinged or angry he gets, I suppose, the more the Vex traits come out, and like his skin will get paler, his eyes will glow white, and I think that's really cool, so I wanted to incorporate that. So my Sona would be the same way, where if he were to get very angry, unhinged, whatever, his hair would probably be fully like that pale bluish color. Even the clothes I tend to draw my Sona in are just clothes that I wear, like the dark flannel with the black shirt. That's just an outfit that I like. I know I couldn't think of anything cool, but I feel like it's pretty me. Anon says, what do you think of nachos, but instead of tortilla chips, it's goldfish, and the only cheese I have is mozzarella? That's not nachos, I think. Also, you didn't specify if you did anything with the mozzarella, or if it's just, oh, I have goldfish crackers. By the way, I also happen to have mozzarella. I'm assuming you mean you put the mozzarella in the goldfish crackers. I'm Italian, so do not disrespect mozzarella cheese in my presence. Thank you. Skate asks, one of each Pokemon or 1 billion lions? Tight situation here. I don't know. Gotta be one of each Pokemon. Do you know how much 1 billion is? If there was 1 billion lions on the planet, there would be so many problems. Having one of each Pokemon would also probably cause some problems because some of those guys are like gods and stuff, but I think like 1,000 or so creatures would be easier to like have around or fight or whatever we're doing with them than 1 billion lions. That's a lot of lions. It would affect the earth. We would be affected in some way. Anon says, hey Tibby, congrats on 20k. Question for the Q&A or just for general. Do you plan on joining any fan-made life series now that you've gotten a taste of Double Life with Cherry's game? If so, do you plan on making videos at all? Yes, I actually have plans to be in 2 different life series. As for making videos of them, it would be fun, but these will be my first time ever being in like a proper life series, so I want to just vibe with it and have fun. If the vibe is to record and make videos, then I'll follow suit, but if the vibe is more just to have fun and not worry about recording, then I'll probably be doing that too. So you might see life series content from me in the future, who's to say? Jinxit AJ asks, how many? 20k subscribers. Thumbs up. Thello asks, yay, congrats on 20k. What's the funniest moment from Artimators that didn't make it into a video? Okay, I actually have this one. Back towards the beginning of the server, or like early 2024. Oh god, where do I start this? Back in the very early days of the server, there was a night where I had had a few drinks, Phil had had a few drinks, and I don't remember how it started, but basically, me and Phil were just at the spawn area of the server, and for good like 30-40 minutes, we were just screaming at each other with like really bad Scottish accents, just like role-playing like 2 Scottish men being really mad at each other and fighting. And the funniest part was that a lot of other people were online because this was in the earlier days of the server. So a lot of people kept like walking past us, and we have voice proximity mod on too, so like the farther someone gets from you, the softer they get until you can't hear them anymore. So me and Phil are doing this bit for like half an hour, and people keep walking by on foot or on horse or whatever, just being like, oh, are they still going at it? Yep, they're still doing it, and just walking away. And I find it so funny. The reason why it never made it into a video is simply because I wasn't recording. I still kind of have this sometimes, but I am bad at hitting the record button when there's other people involved, even if my friends are like, this is totally fine, I don't mind being recorded, you can record, it's fine. I still feel bad about it sometimes because I don't want to like feel like I'm like shoving a camera in people's faces. Which is funny because early on, Phil had also said, hey, like, you can always record me. I don't mind being recorded. You could even record right now if you wanted to. Which was his way of implying to me that I could start recording tonight if I wanted to. But I didn't pick up on that, so I was just like, okay, cool. I didn't record it. And then later, after we had done that bit, Phil asked me, did you record that? And I was like, no, I did not. But what a cherished memory indeed. Cherryfire asks, what's your favorite video uploaded to your channel right now? Right now, I would say the most recent videos would be the ones I'm most proud of, just because every time I make a new animation or a new Minecraft video, I feel like I'm improving a little bit every time. So I'm always a bit more proud of the next video that comes out. So right now, I would say, like, animation-wise, the Skizzleman animatic I just put out, I'm very proud of that one. I really like how it came out. And it, like I mentioned earlier, it sort of lines up pretty good with the vision that I had in my head for it. And then also the most recent episode of Artimators, the Family Feud video, I'm super proud of that. I really was proud of my editing with that, and I thought that the interview bits were really funny and came across really well. I think the improv was really good with like the teams and everything, and also I was proud of myself just for a video that long that was pretty entertaining throughout, because I was editing like a whole, like, the Family Feud event was like over 2 hours long, and I was able to cut that down like in half. So yeah, pretty much any new video that comes out of my channel, that becomes like the video that I'm the most proud of, just because I think I get a little better at what I'm doing every time. Echolocation asks, have you read One Piece? No, unfortunately. I don't think I would, just because I can't really get behind that art style. I'm sorry. Dice Muncher asks, who are your biggest inspirations for creating content and or art? Art would be really hard to say. I mean, there's like a million different artists out there whose work I adore and inspires me. Editing, I take big inspiration from C-Scoop's Highcraft series. Definitely check that out if you haven't. I really like the sort of laid-back vibe that the videos have, where it's not this very like high-paced SMP or like event competition or whatever. It's just messing around on some server, and there's no real, sometimes there's kind of a plot or an objective or a goal that they're working towards. I really like the sort of laid back chill vibe. It's almost like you're just kind of, it makes you feel like you're hanging out with your friends too. I really like to go for that vibe of like, it's just some friends hanging out, and sometimes they say things that are funny. Something super impressive is that the videos tend to be captioned throughout. They have subtitles throughout, color-coded, and I also really like that, and I try to do that as well. I don't often subtitle my entire videos, save for the content warning video, but I do enjoy the concept of color-coded captions for different people if you aren't super familiar with all of the friends in the video. Griffin Shea asks, what was the longest / hardest thing you've had to animate? The longest and hardest thing would probably be my senior thesis for university. I came up with this cartoon idea that I animated sort of like a pilot mini episode for. It was around 3 minutes long, and it followed these sort of colorful angel creatures that lived in the clouds, and it was their responsibility to make the colors in the sky every day. It was called Dawn to Dusk, and I might include a little clip of it here, but it's a little old at this point. I think my animation skills have gotten a lot better. I also voiced most of the characters myself, so it's kind of cringy to hear me try and do like 5 different voices.
Some blue, some white, some gray. Let's throw in a bit of purple, a touch of yellow. Azure, can you get me some more white? I need like a foggy morning sky.
Coming right up, buddy.
Perfect.
That would definitely be the hardest, longest thing that I've ever animated. Lunar Crown asks, how do you stay so calm during snags while you're live? I tuned in for the MCC stream where you had a small connection problem and you were so chill. I would be sweating my ass off, but you were like cub levels of just, oh, well, let me fix this. I appreciate that you thought that I was calm during that, because I was not calm at all. I was very much panicking. I don't really know. I guess my reaction to something stressful happening very suddenly is to just put emotions aside, work on fixing the problem and not freaking out and keeping calm, keeping cool. But I was definitely freaking out. Charlie asks, favorite song, artist, or band? Yes, my favorite band is called Iguana Death Cult. You should listen to them right now. Their favorite album of mine would be Nude Casino. Favorite song right now would probably be their new single, Tiny Tears. It's really good. Definitely everyone go listen to Iguana Death Cult right now. Lily Beacon asks, how did you come up with your online name? Tibby Caps comes from, in high school, I read Romeo and Juliet, and I really liked it, and I watched the movies, and I really liked the movies, and Tibby Caps was a nickname that I came up with for one of the characters, Tybalt Capulet, and it was just something that sounded cute and funny, and when I made this channel, I kind of just named it Tibby Caps because it was something funny that I could think of off the top of my head, and then it just ended up sticking. Calamity Clips asks, what is your favorite project that you've worked on? As of right now, I think my favorite project that I've been a part of would be the Hot Guy comic scene. If you don't know what that is, a bunch of artists and writers in the Hermitcraft and Life series fandoms got together to make an entire 400 plus page comic book featured around Good Times with Scar and Green's superhero personas, Hot Guy and Cute Guy. And I was one of the comic artists, so I drew 10 pages for that. I'm really proud of how it came out. I think it's some of my best work. And the other pages from the other people as well are amazing, so I definitely recommend you go check it out. Door Opener asks, opinion on public transit? It's good. I like it. Factorization 42 asks, after playing Rising, would you be interested in playing in more Minecraft events? Yeah, absolutely. I would love to be in more Minecraft events. Editing Tibby here from the next day. Funnily enough, the day after I recorded this, I did get into a small Minecraft event, so that will be announced pretty soon. Check my socials, so yeah. Dom asks, how's your day going? It's going pretty good. I have a iced caramel latte, and it is good. Thumbs up. Alrighty, I think that's gonna do it for the Q&A video. Thank you so much again for 20k subscribers. I hope you stick around to see what I do in the future, because lots of big things coming. So thanks so much, and bye-bye.